Oh, wait. Did I say that I cannot play tennis for 5 to 6 weeks? And I miss playing. Sobra. Okay, so story time. Nung December 29, I had my executive checkup. And it's just a normal annual routine for me na for work specifically, for most, it's an equivalent of annual physical examination. So sometimes we do it out of compliance, pero if you're really serious about taking care of your health, and siseryosohin mo talaga yung ECU. For my case, I went to St. Luke's Global City sa Taguig, sa BGC. And I'm expecting that everything's gonna turn out fine. Because, you know, I feel okay. And pakiramdam ko, I'm healthy naman and strong. I'm very active as well. I'm very conscious about what I eat. And, I play a lot of tennis as well. So cardio-wise, overall health-wise, I thought I was okay. Until such time na nag-ultrasound. And during the ultrasound, kwento ko lang din, um, I know something is wrong because yung technician who's the person who's doing the ultrasound was, I don't know if she was having a hard time capturing the image, that she needed someone else to recheck. And then sinabi niya outright there na, sir, stay ka lang dyan and I'll call the doctor to talk to you about the image we've captured. So, medyo natakot na ako doon. Sabi ko, baka may nakita sila na something na parang unusual. The way they react kind of gave me some anxiety about it, no? So, yeah, true enough, normally you would wait for the results of the exams and the test, but it's a good thing that on the day itself, since the image was already available, there's a doctor available as well to talk to. They explained to me what they found out. And yeah, true enough, they found out that my gallbladder actually has a lot of stones, and it's blocking the way, kaya it became so inflamed, and it actually doubled its size. So based from my research, 7 to 10 cm lang yung laki ng gallbladder, but for my case it's around 14.3, and the biggest stone that they've seen is around 1.89 centimeters. So, and later on ipapakita ko sa inyo yung picture um, nung stone kasi para siyang jollen, ganun kalaki. And yeah, so I was advised to see a general surgeon, a follow-up, which I immediately did kasi the way it was explained to me is that the doctor said na because my gallbladder is that huge already and it's so inflamed, it might rupture anytime, and that's going to be a life-threatening condition. So to cut the story short, I went to a surgeon. I saw a surgeon a couple of days. Medyo challenging kasi that was a holiday after New Year, and a lot of doctors are still out on a holiday. Naka-vacation pa. So, inintay ko pa magkaroon ng availability and all. So, when I saw the doctor, I had, I showed the results, the test results. And yun nga, sabi, my gallbladder needs to be removed because of that condition. I did some of the clearances, the test itself, additional test, and I was scheduled for surgery. So that happened last week. It was a Thursday. So I did ask the doctor how long usually it would take for laparoscopy cholecystectomy. Basta yun, gallbladder removal surgery. And sabi nila, it usually would take around an hour or an hour and a half maximum. So sabi ko, I should be fine. Actually, I didn't have any fear or whatsoever during that time na sinabihan na kailangan ko ng surgery. So that day, um, nung mag-surgery na mismo, that was 11 in the morning, I was scheduled for that. Um, Totoo pala yun, no? Kwento ko lang na parang pag pinasok ko pala sa operating room, and the operating room is so bright. Grabe yung ilaw doon. Naalala ko yung mga napapanood sa mga TV series or movies na parang sabi ko nga sa friend ko, Grabe, no? Pag nasa operating room ka, feeling mo nandoon si Jesus waving. Kasi that's the last thing that you're gonna see before you pass out because of anesthesia. So, yun. And then, the next thing I know is, nasa recovery room na ako, conscious and still groggy. But that was around 3 p.m. or 4 p.m., almost 4 p.m. So just imagine the entire operation. Actually, the usual 1.5 hour operation took 4 hours. And later on, I'll tell you why. So, yun. Successful naman yung surgery. It's actually a very, I would say, okay naman siya. I was in pain for a couple of days because of yung sugat, may drainage then, etc. So sorry to be graphic about it. But yeah, and then when I talked to the doctor, the surgeon, they explained to me na how complicated my case was. My gallbladder, because it's so huge already and so inflamed, it's already somehow attached to the liver, and my intestines is kind of pressed already. And the doctor was actually surprised na with that kind of condition, um, wala akong nararamdaman na symptoms at all or any pain. Usually daw pag ganun sobrang severe na yung pain. But ako, wala akong na-experience na pain at all. So, yun, why am I sharing this story? I guess during my stay in the hospital, I had a lot of realizations as well, since I would consider this as a life-threatening condition. Na just imagine if hindi siya naagapan, nag-rupture siya, it could lead to infection, and worst case, could cost my life. And a lot of things here, like for example, I'm just really, I'm just really grateful to my company, sa pinagtatrabahuan ko, that we have this kind of privilege or benefit, the HMO benefit, wherein you get to take care of yourself as well. So sabi nga nila, di ba, early detection is key. So, dapat siniseryoso natin yun. Kasi, isa sa mga na-realize ko is that not because you feel fine or you feel nothing means you're okay. And let's admit it, medyo tumatanda na rin naman tayo. I'm 40 years old, turning 41 in the next month. Siguro lumalabas na din yung, kumbaga the wear and tear of some of the organs. So, kailangan mas doble ingat. I guess for those people who's watching right now, if you have a job that provides these kinds of benefits and privilege, these are the things na hindi ma-capture ng monetary or ng salary mo or ng anything in return. And I suggest that you actually look into these kinds of benefits as well from your company to somehow, I wouldn't say maximize, but at the same time take advantage of. That's probably the right term. Kasi you wouldn't know na, just imagine when I look into the bill, umabot ako sa almost 300,000 pesos with my condition, and everything was paid out by the, everything was covered in HMO. Obviously, there's a PhilHealth as well that was deducted, but it was just well, I wouldn't say small amount, but it was a significant amount din naman na na-cover ng PhilHealth. So yun, just imagine if this happened to someone na wala namang trabaho or HMO, saan nila kukunin yung ganung pera? Kung may ipon sila na probably pinag-ipunan for a long time or years, mapupunta lang sa mga emergency cases. So yun lang yung kwento ko. Nasira kasi yung file yung bandang part, so just wrapping this up. Thank you for staying and watching this first vlog of mine. And I hope to see you soon more. Bye!